I think it's the driver for the state's economy. When I became coming into the speakership in 2016, when I was selected as speaker designate and had my first press conference, talking about what drives the state of Oklahoma, it's jobs and industry. The tax rates here in the state of Oklahoma and our tax structure, there's a direct correlation to how successful we'll be in competing with other states, and also the level of achievement and realization that we can actually obtain in terms of prosperity for people in the state of Oklahoma. Going on with businesses in the state of Oklahoma and the people in the state of Oklahoma. I believe that although we've done some great work over the last few years, tax reform is still something that's, I think we have a long way to go on, and we need to continue to focus on it. And once again, we've introduced legislation this year on that. Ultimately, the state of Oklahoma needs to, we're fourth in the country on a corporate income tax rate, which is great. Introducing a bill again this year to phase that out over 5 years really does not bring in a lot of money to the state of Oklahoma, but it's really a deterrent when companies are looking at the state of Oklahoma, and more importantly, the companies that exist here now. And in terms of what additional investments they may want to make here in the state of Oklahoma, as opposed to looking out of state. The personal income tax rate, you look across the country, those states that are having the greatest amount of success year after year have found ways to get to zero on their personal income tax rate. You can't do that overnight. Even the corporate income tax rate, it's 4%. We're talking about a 5-year phase out on that with that piece of legislation. But it's very important this year that the legislature move. The House of Representatives for the last 3 years has sent legislation to the Senate, and I think this year the Senate's ready to make some moves. The governor wants to see some moves. I appreciate his support for the legislation and our efforts here in the House as well. But hopefully we will find a path, not just for one cut this year, but a path for multiple cuts going forward as revenues continue to increase for the state of Oklahoma.